In this lecture, we will learn how to use the content browser of the Unreal Engine. It is the primary area of the Unreal Editor for creating, importing, organizing, viewing, and modifying content assets within the Unreal Editor. It also provides the ability to manage content folders and perform other useful operations on assets, such as renaming, moving, copying, and viewing references. The content browser can search for and interact with all assets in the game. In the earlier lectures, I taught you how to have 4 content browsers simultaneously. If you currently have only one content browser, you may want to add more by clicking on Window, then Content Browser, and opening all of these tabs. Structurization and organization of the files and folders in the content are very important, especially if you work in a team. The project lead needs to figure out the best structure and follow it. If structurization is ignored, the content browser can get messy very fast, so please structure your content browsers well. I will show you an example of how I structure my content browser. Currently, I'm in the content folder. Here, I usually create a folder named _main. The purpose of the underscore is to keep this folder before all other folders. In this folder, I create subfolders for player controller, game modes, game states, and widgets. Then, in the content folder, I create a folder named BP for blueprints. Then I think of what type of blueprints my game will have and create corresponding general folders inside the BP folder. These could be character blueprints, interactables, triggers, blockers, and others based on the needs of my project. Your content browser should also have separate folders for audio files, textures, materials, cinematics, and so on. I can't tell you the exact content since I don't know what project you will be working on, but I will create structured content folders in the games we will create together. No matter what structure you choose, please don't make a mess of it. Another good way of organizing your content browser is to add colors to the folders. For instance, I like to make my blueprints folder stand out by assigning a shade of blue to it. This is done this way. For your convenience, you can assign a different view type for different content browsers. One of them can be a tile view, the other can be a list view, and yet another can be a column view. There are other settings in the content browser, and I urge you to experiment for yourself. You might find something that suits your project the best or is more to your liking. Don't let me decide the most comfortable way of interacting with the content browser. You must figure this out by yourself. In any case, if you have some questions about the content browser, you could always ask me or take a look at the official Unreal Engine documentation for the content browser that I included in the resources of this lecture. Finding something in the content browser is super easy. Unreal Engine has a very powerful search system. It makes it easy to find anything swiftly. Type what you're looking for here, and the content browser will quickly display everything related to your prompt. If there are still many items in your search result, you can always filter your search by clicking on this button here. Let's filter out everything except blueprints. See? Now we only have a third-person character blueprint in the search result. To place an item from the content browser to the level viewport, simply drag and drop it like this. Before we proceed to the next lecture, I'd like to teach you a nifty way to quickly open a content browser in any tab of Unreal Engine. For example, if I open this third-person character blueprint, the content browser won't be visible. You can use the keyboard shortcut Control and space to open it. This works in almost every tab of the Unreal Engine. That's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.